Let's compare the Dr. Dish iC3 unit that roughly ranges from to purchase to the GAILEX, which I bought, I think, for like 200. It now, I think, goes for like 250. So we're going to break down each one, the value, all that stuff. So both, you can see the netting systems is about the same height. This netting system's slightly higher. The thing, because it has a base to be able to be portable, to roll around, allows this Dr. Dish to sit more upright. If this was to sit upright, it would be here more. So the net's fairly comparison. The thing that really makes this sit a lot more upright is the back post here that leans back into the hoop that then allows this to sit upright, really positioning it more upright. The netting system, they're about the same width. The GAILEX one comes down and then curves upward. You know, they're both nets about the same height. Obviously, it'd be nice if they were a little higher. The GAILEX, I think their pitch of the rebounding system is greater, so that ball rolls a little bit more easily. The weight of this is much heavier to move. So even though they say it's portable with the wheels, this is much heavier to pick up and move. It can adjust. So you can just pop these things in and then slide it, right? You can pop these things in if they work. And theoretically, you can shorten it down and then pop it back into place. These ones do the same thing. You can push this in and go in here. This tubing is thicker here, so the Dr. Dish has a thicker tubing. It's a little more, so the tubing on the Dr. Dish iC3 is much sturdier, much thicker. It's a stronger tubing base. So durability wise, it probably will hold up a little bit more. Though I feel the GAILEX, even though it has a smaller tubes on it, it still is really sturdy and strong, and I don't see it breaking down as much. With that in consideration, this Dr. Dish iC3 is probably twice the weight of the GAILEX Shooting Trainer. So it's much heavier to lift up and take it down, as well as to just move it around. The portability, even though it has the wheels for portability, this thing is pretty heavy, and I'm pretty strong. That, you know, it doesn't make it easy to just move around or lift up above the net. The GAILEX is way easier. I can pick it up, put it on the 10-foot hoop. This one, I would definitely have to lower the hoop down to be able to pick it up and put it on the hoop. The little things around the rim here, the rubber stoppers around the rim, Dr. Dish did a much better job. They just have standard ones. I'm assuming all rims are fairly standard. So they just have little ones that just kind of nudge in there. They don't have any things to like tighten to the backboard like the GAILEX does, which I don't think are necessary, because this back brace, once you push that into the pole of the hoop, or, you know, set it against either a wall or something, it's going to hold it, and it's going to hold everything upright. I wish the GAILEX made that adjustment. I think I'm going to just get some PVC pipe or some steel and make it so it makes it stable. It also lifts the net up. A thing to note with the nets on the Dr. Dish, this is sturdy, right? This is really strong, and it pulls real taut. So this stays really straight across. The GAILEX has a tendency over time to really sag. And so I don't love that when it comes to shooting, because it makes it so you don't have to stress your form as much, because this starts to lower. So that is a drawback. I'd love for this. And over time, what I do is, you know, if I don't tighten it, I'll pull this closer and keep that taut. But it really could use a system or a better netting system that's a little more stretchy, that keeps this height much higher and doesn't allow the sag over time on that. So that's a big thing. The rubber stoppers on the GAILEX sim, they're adjustable. They seem okay, but like they just come unadjusted. They don't hold. They constantly move. I think they should just be a standard size that you could just kind of squeeze in there and fit it around so it fits more snug. But like I said, it doesn't necessarily stay as snug as you want. There's little things that you adjust in here to make it tighter, but I think all rims are fairly standard. I think, you know, I've mentioned in another video, I think if they had a spring mechanism to really lock it in place, that's better. They do have these little screw things to screw it against the backboard, but they're already like falling apart. I've had this for almost like a year and a half or so, a little over a year. And those things are not the greatest when it comes to keeping it positioned against the backboard. Like I said, it really needs that back brace, which is a cheap component. Even on the Dr. Dish one, it's really cheap, but there's a few different ones that can adjust it. The few things that constantly fall apart, like this always comes loose no matter what. This one gets a lot looser regularly. This one has a locking mechanism, but then it has another thing to adjust the pivoting arm that constantly comes loose over time with the adjustment. It's really up to you on which one you guys decide to use. They're both great shot trainers. They're both great systems. Obviously, this comes in at about half the price and as well as half the weight. I move it from hoop to hoop. So I like the portability of this one to be able to adjust it. I'm not taking it to the park. I'm not doing that stuff. You can shoot about the same amount of shots up on both things. On both of them, if you like, I'll shoot with two different balls at the same time to get more shots up. So you shoot one and then you wait for it to rebound and shoot again. If it ever gets off rhythm, they can get sometimes stuck in here, as well as stuck in here. This one has a little wider base, so it doesn't stick as well. This netting system, the mesh net isn't, I think, as solid as this. I think this will last longer. Like I said, having this much stronger net system across in here keeps us higher over time. So if it sags over time, that's a drawback. Obviously, having to replace the net system, you're probably going to have to do that, you know, about the same time on both of them. But I like how this one locks in. It connects here. You know, you can just feel how much more taut this one is, where this one's a lot more, you know, it sags. And this is a brand new net that I just got probably like 2 or 3 months ago. Obviously, living in Arizona and the sun just destroys things really fast. But it's really up to your decision. If you want to purchase one of these, you'll get your son or daughter way more shots up. You'll be able to improve their game way faster because of the number of shots they can get up without having to rebound the ball. So I highly recommend getting one of these or another on the market. This one comes in around like, this one comes in at about $250 now, roughly. I think I got it for $199. They're both great systems. Again, this is a little heavier duty, better built. I don't know if they really, you know, they say it's portable, but this thing's heavy, right? This one's much lighter. It's not portable, doesn't have wheels, any of that stuff. It can drop these things down and you can, you know, probably put it in a truck, but it's way lighter. I can move it from hoop to hoop a lot faster and a lot easier. I've had this one for almost, like I said, a year and a half. Really like it. It's a great system. I don't know if I would adjust this, but the links are both below. I would love for you to purchase through our affiliate links. Always helps the channel out. Obviously, there's also a link for Venmo to do more videos and compare more products, maybe some automated shooting machines, different balls. Love your comments and below what you like to have reviewed. But other than that, that's kind of the comparison between the two. Hopefully this was helpful. Wish you guys all the best. Take care, keep training hard, and keep it up. Take care. Bye.